Every year, Maine Housing picks one day to count how many people in the state are unhoused. This year, that point-in-time count happened on January 23rd. Maine Housing reports on that day, almost 2,700 people around the state had no place to call home. That's down by more than 1,000 from 2023's report. Maine Housing says the decrease is not a result of fewer people facing housing crises, but a result in changes in program availability. Biddeford is just one city in Maine working to expand those programs and end homelessness. Good evening and thanks for joining us here on News Center Maine at 5:30. I'm Chris Costa.
And I'm Zach Blanchard. At the center of that plan is a ban on public camping, which starts today. People who have been living at the city's largest encampment at Mechanics Park are being relocated or displaced.
News Center Maine's Pearl Small is live in Biddeford now with a look at what this will mean for that community. Pearl?
Chris and Zach, Mechanics Park has been slowly emptying out all day today. There are still a few tents and there's a lot of debris, but city officials say there is a plan to get all of the people that were displaced today into shelter, though those people and advocates say they do not believe this is an adequate solution.
I give it all that you want. Yes, yes, yes.
Linnea Lombard's husband and cats are her only family.
My adoptive mother left me outside and said I wasn't worth anything.
Lombard has been homeless since she was 7 years old, bouncing around encampments across the state, saying those are the only places she feels she has a community that relates to her.
I'm worried about all of my people out here because if we separate too much, we'll have nothing.
City officials rolled into the Water Street encampment in Biddeford on Monday morning with a school bus and a flatbed truck filled with unused recycling bins to store residents' belongings.
I came with things. I have cats. What, are you going to make me throw them in that trash can too?
Mayor Marty Groman says the long-term goal is to end homelessness in Biddeford, starting with this ban on public camping.
We just do not think it's a dignified existence for anybody living outside.
The Seeds of Hope Neighborhood Center is the city's temporary solution to house those in encampments.
We're not turning anybody away. We'll figure it out.
Executive Director of Seeds of Hope, Vassie Fowler, says the shelter is as low barrier as they come. But homeless advocates say it's still not a suitable solution because the building wasn't designed for this purpose.
Really needs a lot of work to it if you're going to become a shelter. It's not a shelter, and everybody knows that, but they're making you out to think that it's a shelter now.
Seeds of Hope is still under construction with one bathroom and gravity chairs instead of real beds.
The mayor said, well, it's not a perfect plan, but it's all we got. No, it's not all we got. We could have did way better, you know that, and you chose to do it this way.
This isn't something the city just came up with. We've been working on this plan for years. You have to start somewhere, so today is where we're starting.
Lombard doesn't consider this a start, but rather a scary end, saying she and her friends won't be going to Seeds of Hope, and she worries about their safety once they are separated.
There's people that self-medicate that aren't going to have anybody to Narcan them immediately. They're not going to have anything. They're just going to sit out there and die. I just lost a friend earlier this week.
For those who do choose to go to Seeds of Hope, city leaders say they'll be working to connect them with mental health resources as well as crisis management services. They also say they'll be working to help them find longer-term housing options. Chris and Zach?
Pearl Small live in Biddeford tonight. Thank you.